So what do you want to say about the $1 Million Dentist?
Well, the way I envision it is to teach people how to run a practice and manage the business more than teaching them how to do dentistry.
I agree.
I think we'll have guests that do different things that can help the practice be more profitable, help the practice be more efficient. Adding treatment, adding procedures is all things that can, help somebody be more profitable.
Yeah, what I want people to understand is that even though our primary objective, our number one responsibility is the patient, and we're taking care of the patient, we're also running a business. And if the business can't be profitable, then we can't help the patients.
And we can't help our team.
And we can't help our team.
There's something very important that I wish we explain to our team is we're not doing it just for us. We're doing it for us and for them.
I agree.
What's good for us is good for them.
Exactly. I want my team to be very profitable. I want the next paycheck that they take home to be the biggest paycheck they ever took home because I want them to be able to provide for their families. I want them to have the things that they need. And I think that's important. I think that's a huge responsibility that us as the dentist business owners have.
And I strongly believe that if we are doing better, they should be doing better. I don't think that they should have a cap to what their potential of earnings should be because then what's in it for them?
I agree.
Why would they have to start working harder for you just because you're nice, just because you ask them? I think everybody needs to look at it as what are they going to get out of putting in this time?
I agree.
But at the same time, I don't want them to just come for a job.
Exactly.
I want them to consider this as a career. And I mean, I don't know. I'm sure in your practice it's the same thing. I have some ladies that have been with me for 14, 15, 16 years. Well, when I see that, the first thing I tell myself is they got it.
Mm-hmm.
They understand what we're trying to do here. They understand what we're about. They understand that this is not a fly-by-night operation. This is a sustainable, long-term operation, and we're doing this for a reason, and obviously they're enjoying that reason. They're reaping the benefits of it, or they wouldn't be here.
You know, it's funny because I was thinking this morning, I love being a business owner, and I always wanted to have some part of being a business owner. But that's not why I went into dentistry. And I think that's true for the majority of dentists.
I agree.
That we went into dentistry because we love dentistry and we want to help people. And then as we open our business to do that, we became business owners. And what I think a lot of people miss is that the only way that we can help these people, the only way we can offer great services, the only way that we can offer free services to people who can't afford it is to be a successful business owner.
There's it's so true what you're just saying. And there's something else that crossed through my mind in the past few years as we've become larger and more successful and everything. I truly want what's best for my patient because I couldn't care less about the money.
Yes.
Because our practices are run so well, I never worry, oh my God, is this going to be profitable enough for anything?
Yes.
We know our numbers. And
Yes.
when you know your numbers, you can do better treatment for the patient because you can do something that's for them,
Right.
not for you. I'll tell you a story. I had an associate that just tried too hard, and every patient could feel it.
Mm-hmm.
She was just too pushy. And everybody always wondered, well, how come, actually, that person would wonder, how come this other associate does better than I do, yet I hustle more?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember telling that person, you're hustling, but you look a little desperate. And when you look desperate, people's antennas go up, and they're like, this is fishy. Why are they pushing this so much?
Right.
It's maybe because there's something in it for them, but not for me.
Yeah, I tell young dentists, always do the right thing and the money will come.
Yep.
Just do the right thing. And I think working on your business as well as working in your business helps us to be able to do the right thing more often and feel good about what we're offering and the services that we're offering because we make sure that our business is going to be able to support those decisions and that everything's going to be great.
It's interesting. You're absolutely right about that. When your business is running smoothly, you're less stressed.
Isn't
I know
that
it sounds
funny?
crazy.
I know.
Where I am less stressed when everything is running smoothly. Now, there's always going to be fires. I mean, you know, there's always that phone call. You're
It's
getting the phone
dentistry.
call all the time. There's always something going on. But I find that the easy problems to fix.
Agreed.
Me putting out a fire because of something went wrong, or, I mean, I can tell you so many stories of funny things that happened in the office. Like, we had a patient getting stuck in the bathroom, in the toilet.
Gosh.
And we had to call the squad to get him out of there. And I get the phone call, and at first I'm panicked, and then the other part is I'm laughing at it. It's like, it's easy, guys. Call the squad.
Right.
It's nothing hard about it. All these things, when you think about it, are easy to fix compared to having a sense of direction, having a sense of why, having a sense of why are we doing this?
I agree.
And if somebody tells you so that I can make money, then they're in the wrong everything. Wrong business,
100%.
wrong profession, that's not why we do this. We do this because we enjoy it, but we want to help people. But in order to help people, you have to be comfortable. You have to be feeling like you're taken care of and your family's taken care of.
Exactly.
'Cause then you can give back.
Exactly.
And give back 10 times more than what you're getting.
I agree. And I think that's what $1 Million Dentist is about.
Absolutely. And I think we should bring these kinds of concepts to the general dentists that are out there. There's so much noise nowadays. I mean, to be very honest, initially I was a little hesitant to do this podcast with you because guess what? Everybody's a podcaster nowadays.
Yes.
And the more I thought about it, it wasn't about the fact that we're going to do a podcast. It was about the fact that I could reach more people with the message that I've been advocating for years in our practice, and showing how we've done it. I think the most important thing for us to let our listeners know, it is not the only way.
Exactly.
It is not just that way. It's the way that we've done it to arrive to the results that we're experiencing after 15, 20 years of dentistry. In my case, I'm at 22 years of practice and 16 of ownership. I've made a lot of mistakes.
It's about the mistakes. It's about learning from the mistakes. You're exactly right.
Yeah,
and if we can share that, it's important.
And to all of the dentists out there that are just starting, I want to congratulate everyone because it is one of the greatest professions out there.
I agree.
How
I
can
love
you
it.
be independent, have complete autonomy to decide of the treatments that you want to do, but also have the benefit of being your own boss and being an owner of an organization that you can choose how to direct? A lot of times, I mean, you might be working for a large company and you have a great job and you have a great salary, but in the end, to their eyes, you're disposable.
Exactly. And how rewarding is it to build your own, to have things that are so wonderful and that are going the way that you feel is the best way to go, and taking care of your team
And your family.
and your family.
I know for you have a few family members involved in your practice.
I do. I love it.
Talk to me about that.
Yeah, my adult children are working in the practice, and it's been wonderful, and they see it as a legacy. And they're not dentists, but they're very involved in the business, and they love it. And I need that help. And I think it's a wonderful thing to be able to share with your family.
And they probably grew up in the practice. They've been here since day one, and
Yes, they
Yeah.
have, and they're very invested. They understand the business, they understand our values, they understand our vision, and they want what's best for the practice. And they work really hard to make sure that we achieve everything that we can achieve for our team members, for our patients, and for our community, because our practice has a big impact in our community as well.
I love that you just said that, because in the end, it's about helping the people around us. And I know it sounds corny. Everybody says, "Oh, I got into dentistry to help people." Yes, if not, why are we doing this? Because do you think it's so pleasant to put your fingers in people's mouth?
It's
No.
so true.
It's not the most pleasant thing. I can think of the different things that I could be doing, but it's definitely this element of like changing someone's life by improving their smile. It's huge. Every time we do one of those big changes,
It is
And
life-changing.
it's not always aesthetic. When I get somebody that has a bombed out mouth and I'm able to remove all their teeth and offer them a replacement solution, whatever that replacement is, doesn't matter if it's a denture, a snap-on, an all-on X, the fact that they feel better, the fact that they are smiling, the fact that they're eating. I mean, how many times am I told, I have not been able to eat this food for so long and now I'm enjoying it.
And they feel confident. They can go out in public. It's amazing. I had a young lady who came in and she wanted a denture, and she was in her early 30s, and she had saved up for her denture. And I told her I wasn't going to do a denture for her. I would just restore her teeth. And I did that and gave her a beautiful smile. And she wrote me a note one day, and she said, today I took my son to school, and he asked me if I will be the reader in his class. And she said, I would have never done that. But today I said yes, and he was so proud. And she said, I walked in his class, I read, we had lunch together, and she said, you've given me my family back, because she would have never walked in that school with her smile. And, you know, we look at that, and those are the things we just don't see, how we change lives, not only her life, but her little boy's life. It's amazing.
What a wonderful story. It makes me want to cry, but that's what keeps me going. Because doing a crown doesn't get me excited.
Yes.
Doing filling doesn't get me excited. Really, there's become so second nature. It doesn't, I mean, we do them, don't get me wrong, but that's not why we do it.
Mm-hmm.
We do it for the opportunities to be able to change people.
Agreed.
And the sad part is the people out there, the patient base, the community, they don't know what they need.
Right.
You know what they know? They know what they want.
Right.
And we're out there, we have the tools, we have the knowledge, we have the systems, we have the practice built to be able to offer those options, to be able to offer those solutions, and not just saying, you know, I always start my conversations with patients is, I already know what's going on. I can see it in 2 seconds on a panoramic x-ray. But what I don't know is what they want.
Yes.
So my first question is always the same. So, what would you like for your teeth in the best of worlds? If money was not an object, and what is the most important thing to you? Is it smiling?
I love that.
Is it eating? Is it X? And listen to your patient, and you'd be shocked at what you're going to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's the first time that anybody's ever asked them what they wanted. You know, in this country, the way the medical system works, it's a little bit patriarchal in the sense that I'm going to the doctor will tell me what I need to do.
Yes. Right.
And it's a little bit disconcerting because it's not, there are two people involved, but only one tells a story. You know, I prefer when the patient is involved in their own care and they tell me, and you'd be shocked. Sometimes I hear things that, oh, I thought smiling would be important to you.
Exactly.
And they're like, no, I want to eat.
Yes. Or just, I need to be out of pain.
Or
yes.
I need to be out of pain.
Yes.
Reminds me, I have a gentleman, of all the things that I could have done for him, you know, after we finished his treatment and gave him everything, and I said, so how happy are you with your new smile? It's like, new smile? I'm just happy that I don't feel bloated every day from all the infection I had in my mouth.
Amazing.
And I was shocked.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought about it.
Yes.
He said that he feels so much better health-wise. He can move around better because he was just had so many problems with the infection that he was having. And those are the days that I go home and like, now I get it. Now I know why I put up with all the things that I put up with. And it reminds me that, okay, if I want more of these moments, I need to make sure that we are sustained, our practice is sustained, everybody's happy. Because if our team is not happy, the patient will feel it.
I agree. I think it's important that we talk about that. I think it's important that we talk about profit. I think it's important that we talk about taking care of our team. And that's one of the things that this podcast is going to do for dentists. And I don't think we talk about it enough.
Yeah. And I think it's good, too, to eliminate some of the noise out there. I'm the first one to tell you that I don't know everything.
Agreed. I agree.
I'm just going to share my experience, what has worked for me, what has worked for you. We've been doing this long enough, and we can tell you what we've tried that didn't work, and we can tell you what we've tried that did work.
Yes.
And unfortunately, it might not work for you, but at least you get a perspective of true things that are tried by actual dentists that are running,
Yes.
bigger practices, and not just a consultant that's telling you how you should do things.
And having said that, I think in every podcast it's important that we say we are dentists. We are not professional advisors. We are not financial advisors. We are not CPAs. So anything that we say, please take it and vet it and work with what works for you.
Absolutely. Don't just take our word for it. But like we said, it's worked for us, and we do it every day. So we know there's an advantage to it.